This is the last significant industry gathering before the widely anticipated Prop 64 legalization vote. The Cannabis World Congress and Expo, in my opinion, one of the best ones available for any professional looking to get into the industry. I'm very happy to be back because it looks like the energy is even stronger than it was last year. It's just fascinating how many people are showing up for these things from all different walks of life.
It's gone from a very black market, clandestine type of operation that we're coming out of the darkness and into light. Our community cares about helping people and healing them.
Hemp seed itself is 100% legal all across Canada and the US and in Europe, and it legally has to have below 0.3% THC, so no possible high at all.
I'm coming out with my own sports performance line from Ice It Out Performance Sports. It's going to be with anybody in the active lifestyle. It's going to do the same thing it does for me. It makes me feel better, makes my body feel better, and I perform better. I want to spread the word about the medicinal benefits of the cannabis plant.
We have Charlotte's Web, which is a bunch of different compounds of the medicinal plant. It's a whole plant hemp extract. Stanley Brothers is going to be a higher THC line, something that we'll be able to keep in Colorado and California. So it'll be very similar oils, tinctures, vaporizers, things like that. Prop 64, it will pass eventually. You know, if California legalizes, then I think all the states are going to line up like dominoes.
The reason why this began way back in, before 2000 in California up in Berkeley is because you had a couple people got together and said, my mother, my sister, my brother are dying and this is the only thing that helps them. So these people paid the price. It's now going to pick up a tidal wave across the country. When you look at a product like the product that I'm about to launch and put in this marketplace, we're going to approach this as pharmaceuticalized as I possibly can. And I've got some things that are going to make this simpler for a patient.
I'm a big proponent of CBD. It's all for the tin man for somebody like me that wakes up every morning with the aches and pains and the early arthritis that I get in my fingers and my joints, and it helps me. It has a lot of negative stigmas and connotations attached to it, and people are still going off that Cheech and Chong reefer madness type of deal, but it's not that. I'm going to continue to get the word out about this movement. It needs to be done, and people need help.
This industry right now should be looking ahead, not the next 2 months, but the next 2 years, and figuring out what do we have to do to survive in a nation that requires things to be standardized. Just remember, there are patients on the battlefield.
For the larger electorate, they haven't even been exposed to the understanding that this is something that can affect people's health, their wellness, their way of life.
The more that we legitimize this and act like it's legitimate, it will become that. If we come together, we can have a very substantial voice in what is going to happen in the future of cannabis. If we don't, it's all going to be big business.
It was great to be here with the Cannabis Now team and to help document. We had a really good time at this show.
This industry is never going to rise until all of us come together and recognize it's a brand new industry. The shelves aren't even defined yet.
And what we experienced today, 500 booths, probably $10 million of potential revenue walking around that room, is a drop in the bucket. I think that the benefits, not only financially, medically, and politically for the cannabis plant have only been scratched on the surface and will be one of the most dynamic opportunities and change makers of this century. There were some very significant people here tonight. They flew in from Mexico, they flew in from Israel, they came up from Seattle. They're all running businesses and they're taking time out of their busy lives to try to connect and move this conversation forward. That is a real testament to the motivation that they have to create this kind of change. The future of cannabis is happening, and it's happening right now.